In this video, I'll guide you through how to add a drop shadow to a text frame in Adobe InDesign. We'll keep it simple and clear, and by the end, you'll know exactly how to give your text a subtle, professional-looking shadow that makes it stand out on the page. First, you'll want to select the text frame you want to work with. Make sure you're using the selection tool, which is the black arrow in the Tools panel. This is different from the Type tool. If you're currently editing the text, just press the Escape key or switch to the selection tool, then click once on the frame that contains your text. You should see the bounding box appear around the frame, which tells you the frame itself is selected. It's important to keep in mind that the effect you're about to apply is attached to the frame, not to the individual characters. That means if you move or resize the frame, the shadow will move and resize with it. You're essentially styling the container that holds the text rather than the text itself. Next, you'll need to open the Effects panel if it's not already visible. Go up to the top menu and choose Window, then look for Effects in the list and click it. This will open the Effects panel, usually docking it on the right-hand side of your workspace. This panel is where InDesign manages transparency and effects applied to objects, strokes, fills, and text frames. With your text frame selected and the Effects panel visible, you're ready to apply the drop shadow. Go up to the Object menu at the top, then choose Effects and then click Drop Shadow. This will open the Drop Shadow dialog box where you'll see a range of settings that control how the shadow looks. Inside this dialog, you'll find several key options. Opacity controls how dark or light the shadow appears. A higher opacity gives you a stronger, more pronounced shadow, while a lower value creates a softer, more subtle effect. You'll also see X offset and Y offset. These control how far the shadow is shifted horizontally and vertically from the text frame. Increasing these values makes the shadow appear farther away, giving a more dramatic, lifted look. Smaller values keep it tight and more realistic, as if the text is just slightly raised off the page. Blur determines how soft the edges of the shadow are. A low blur value will give you a sharper edge, almost like a cutout, while a higher blur value spreads and softens the shadow, which usually looks more natural. You can also adjust the color of the shadow. By default, it's set to black, which works well in most cases, but you can change it if you're working with a specific color palette or want a more creative look. Before you commit to your settings, make sure the preview checkbox in the dialog box is turned on. This allows you to see the changes live on your document as you adjust the controls. Take a moment to tweak the opacity, offsets, blur, and color until the shadow looks just right for your layout. Once you're happy with how everything looks, click OK to apply the drop shadow to the text frame. Your frame now has a clean, customizable shadow that enhances readability and adds depth to your design.